Hello, my name is Adela and I'm going to tell you a bit more about humanitarian access today. So you have probably learned or already know from before, right? The classic humanitarian access impediments. You've got physical constraints, you've got all these restrictions in humanitarian goods and humanitarian personnel, you've got directly the conflict that is preventing you to access affected populations. But I would say the most difficult thing to achieve in terms of active and access is community acceptance. It's the trust of the people that you are actually going to help. Because how are you going to be sure that the moment you deliver the assistance, that assistance is going to stay with the people that it was meant to be? Let's put it as an example. I would say, imagine you have managed to overcome these flooded roads and this area with conflict and obtain all these government permits and went through all these checkpoints, and you're finally there and you have managed, after doing your vulnerability assessment, you have managed to deliver, let's say, those shelter kits to these IDPs that were needing it. How are you sure that the moment you turn around the corner, the local power holder is not going to come and tax that part of the assistance and just claim a part? Or how are you sure that despite you did all this effort in distributing based on impartiality criteria, the local leader is not going to decide its own repartition based on his own criteria? Let's say the elder get the most part of it, for example. So this is why you need to be very clear the moment you communicate with the community. Who are you? Why are you there? And explaining your role and explaining why are you providing that assistance and how have you selected these people and why do you think these are the most vulnerable. Let's say you've got a score to measure vulnerability. Try to explain to them, and only with clear communication, and I would say, and with a lot of time and a lot of patience, you can gain a community's trust. And this is not a thing that you can day over days. This takes organizations years. And the longer you stay in a country, in an area, and the longer the community knows you, the better access you will have, and the more other NGOs and other agencies will come to you to ask you how have you actually managed. So, as I was saying, you need time. You also need to be very transparent. You need to tell where are you getting your money from, why are you there. You need to tell them that you are not supporting one side or another side. You need to be very clear that you are neutral. You need to draw your red lines from the very beginning, leaving some space for a potential negotiation later if needed, but draw that from the very beginning. And you need to do a lot of listening and have a lot of patience to gain people's hearts, I would say. Always have great local staff, my team, the teams that have been on the front line actually doing this job, and it's a job that takes a lot of effort, and it's usually them who does it, and they should also take all the merit. But this is a bit what I wanted to explain, and thank you very much for listening, and look forward to hear comments or stories from all of you.